morning. Welcome to this wonderfully happy occasion. I formally declare this congregation of the University of Portsmouth open. Please be seated.
Chancellor, distinguished guests, ladies, gentlemen, and of course graduates. As Vice-Chancellor of the University of Portsmouth, I am honoured to be sharing this important occasion with you, our graduates, and with your partners, parents, families, and friends. It is a great privilege to welcome all of you to Portsmouth, wherever you have come from, whether from around the world or from this great city. On behalf of all the staff at the university and our visitors here today, I would like to congratulate all of our graduates on your well-earned achievement. The fact that you are at this ceremony demonstrates your capacity for learning, growing, and giving. I continue to be amazed at your energy for learning beyond the boundaries of your chosen studies, for growing into outstanding professionals with knowledge and integrity, and for giving your time in making a difference to those around you. I am immensely proud of your achievements, as you should be also. It is an amazing fact that this year, over 5,000 of our students were active in volunteering within our community, with almost 40% of our students engaged in student placement and career-enhancing activities. I cannot thank you enough for your commitment to your studies and your broader development as worthy citizens. Too often, whenever we turn on the news or open a paper, we are faced with a barrage of bad news. There is no doubt that we do face unprecedented uncertainty, with immense change happening all around us, not least, of course, our relationship with Europe, and social unrest and instability around the world, and right now within our own UK political parties. It really would be so easy to be pessimistic. And then a day like today comes along and I see passionate, highly skilled and educated people such as you, full of ideas, ready and prepared to reshape our world. What is certain is that the world more than ever needs people like you. And seeing you graduate today is a tremendous feeling and a welcome reminder that our future is in good hands. Of course, that does not mean that your future journeys are going to be easy. But what is clear is that the demand for the kind of graduate skills you have developed continues to grow. Your University of Portsmouth qualification has real value in the UK and on a global stage, as it provides the edge that will be vital to tackle the many challenges that the world faces. Today you are graduating from a university that is recognised as part of the modern global elite of universities. A university that is bold, not old. A university which is a catalyst for change and which has a strong sense of energy, flexibility and dynamism. A university committed to providing the very best experience, an experience that leads our graduates to make a real contribution to society. Just under 93% of our graduates from last year were in work or further study within 6 months of graduation, which is a real achievement in the current economic climate. Remember that in graduating today, you are part of a privileged minority that has had the advantages of a university education. And with that privilege comes responsibility. Please reflect upon your obligations as graduates of our university. You are trustees of the skills and abilities you have developed. I urge you to use your talents to help enrich society and to make a difference for the benefit of others. Raise aspirations among all those you encounter and set an example in behaviour and achievement that others will seek to emulate. You have lived in a diverse environment for the past 3 or 4 years, take that appreciation of difference and culture and friendship with you in all that you do. This year, we have been so proud to see Tim Peake, one of our former students and an alumnus of the university, hurtled into space for 6 months to carry out many important scientific experiments and then happily return safely to Earth. He is a person who has captured the imagination of our nation and raised the aspirations of millions. Tim's recent mission with the European Space Agency has been truly inspirational for so many of us, both young and old. Of course, Tim could never have achieved his great ambition of space exploration without an exceptional team to support him. Not just the European Space Agency and the British government, but also the designers, space scientists, engineers, and many individual supporters, including family and friends. As you too think about achieving your greatest ambitions, think about the exceptional team you have around you. You've had the support of the university community all through your time here. Our excellent staff have provided a supportive environment in which you have learnt, lived, and flourished. Your fellow students have no doubt lifted you through the tough times and celebrated with you in the good times and will remain lifelong friends. And of course, those closest to you will have been your most exceptional team. Parents, partners, children, and friends will all have helped by providing the encouragement, the shoulder to cry on, the listening ear. But most of all, they will have kept faith in you and willed you to succeed. I think, therefore, it's appropriate that you, our graduates, should stand up and with a warm round of applause, join me in thanking your family and friends that are here today. Please stand up and give them a big round of applause. Can I just say, that was a wee bit pathetic. Can we have something a bit more rousing, please? Again, a proper cheer. A lot better, much better and much more appropriate. Please be seated. The university has been part of your elite team, supporting you throughout your time here, and we'd like to remain part of your team in the future. We want you to be successful because your successes and achievements will reflect well upon your university. And of course, the success of the university reflects well on you. And your university is on the move, with the Telegraph newspaper reporting last year that we are one of 5 universities in the UK to watch. And I am proud of us being a university within the top 2% in the world, and within the top 100 global elite of modern universities under 50 years old. An amazing achievement. So today is just the beginning of a lifelong relationship with your university as members of an international community of Portsmouth graduates. Please make use of our excellent Alumni Association and keep in touch as you continue your journey through life. We want to know where you go next, as you will be the future leaders, thinkers, creators, and innovators. Be a force for positive change within a world that needs your talents. And when you are successful, please come back to visit us and be part of our elite team supporting future generations of Portsmouth students. I urge you to live by the values of your university in all that you do. Be responsible, be open, be ambitious, and never settle for second bests. I congratulate you on your awards and wish you every success for your future. Thank you. I'm delighted to say that the university has resolved to confer the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa upon Ashok Soni.
Madam Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Dean, colleagues, graduates and guests, we're assembled today to celebrate the considerable achievements of our graduands and to recognise it through conferment of awards. But before we do that, it is with the greatest of pleasure that I introduce to you Ashok Soni, who is to receive a special type of award, an honorary degree. Honorary degrees are reserved for those who have achieved distinction in their field and contributed to the well-being of society. This is a remit which Ash comfortably meets through his career in pharmacy, in which he has held a number of senior positions, through the influence that he has had not only within his own profession, but on broader aspects of health and social care to the benefit of patients, communities, and society at large, and through his personal qualities as an inspirational leader who motivates, enables, and empowers others. It was a particular pleasure for me to propose Ash for an honorary degree, as he is a graduate from the School of Pharmacy and Biomedical Sciences in Portsmouth, and it seems fitting that this award is being made as we approach the centenary of pharmacy education in Portsmouth. Back in 1983, Ash was in the same position as many of you will be in a few minutes' time. In his early 20s, a new graduate for whom graduation is not a point of closure, but an opening to exciting new opportunities. The opportunity that Ash took was to work as a pharmacist in a community pharmacy in London. He soon progressed in 1986 to become the proprietor of his own community pharmacy, Coke's in Streatham High Street, which he still owns. Pharmacies were quite different places 30 years ago to those which we're familiar with today, and offered relatively little of the additional clinical services, health advice and health promotion that we are now used to. Much of the pharmacist's role centred on the supply of medicines, and it was unusual for the pharmacist to be greatly involved in other services. It is a measure of Ash's forward thinking and perception and his commitment to patient care that where these opportunities arose, he developed Coke's into a pharmacy that quickly adopted additional services, providing accessible and good quality healthcare to its community. One of the mantras that we reinforce with our current students is that the patient is at the centre, and Ash is leading the way in this decades ago. Throughout his career, Ash has gained a reputation for the attention that he gives to developing other people to give of their best to enhance healthcare. One of the ways that he's done this is through his early adoption of the Healthy Living Pharmacy Scheme, which is particularly dear to our hearts at Portsmouth as it originated here. The scheme provides for recognition of pharmacies that are proactive in their approach to health improvement and involves appointment of champions to promote the healthy living ethos. It is illustrative of Ash's approach of improving healthcare through empowering others that he has been very active in developing a large number of health champions, not only through the Healthy Living Pharmacy Scheme, but also through other activities that I'll mention later. Ash has continuously developed his own professional skills. In 1990, he became one of the first pharmacists to work on a sessional basis for a GP practice. In 2006, he became involved with the Department of Health and the Royal Pharmaceutical Society in developing a curriculum and the implementation of independent prescribing by pharmacists. It is of interest to reflect in a year when an NHS scheme to improve patient care by directly employing pharmacists in GP practices has been announced, and there is an increasing drive for pharmacists to prescribe, that these too are things that Ash was doing decades ago. At about that time, Ash became more involved in supporting, representing, and promoting his profession at local, regional, and national level, and exerting his influence on how healthcare is commissioned and delivered. He has served and led a number of local, national strategic committees, such as the Board of Management of the NPA, which is the Independent Pharmacists Trade Association, the Pharmaceutical Services Negotiating Committee, his local primary care trust's Professional Executive Committee, a Department of Health reference group which influenced the government's pharmacy white paper, NHS Lambeth Clinical Commissioning Group, the NHS Future Forum, and the Pharmacy and Public Health Forum, which have shaped healthcare and changed the face of the pharmacy profession, hugely enhancing pharmacists' roles in patient care. More recently, Ash has served as a member of the Expert Advisory Group on the NHS Constitution, helping to update this fundamental statement of the principles and values of the NHS. His commitment to training and education of others has been recognised in 2012 by his appointment to the Health Education South London with responsibility for commissioning pharmacy training and education programmes. It is notable that one of the achievements of this work has been the training of over 600 health champions. He has also developed his role in the Royal Pharmaceutical Society, the professional body for pharmacists, being elected in 2012 to its English Pharmacy Board, and in 2014 he was elected as the president of the society. As such, Ash is probably the best known face of pharmacy in the UK, and he has used his considerable talents and influence to promote not just the interests of his profession, but to ensure, as I said earlier, that the patient is at the centre in our evolving and improving health and social care systems. The patient is not some abstract concept, but has meaning in the real world, for it is you and me who are the patient, and we are indebted to Ash for the way in which he has strived to improve the care that we receive. This was recognised in 2014 in a very fitting way through the award to Ash of an OBE for his services to pharmacy and the NHS. Allow me to conclude by returning to where this oration began, with a hall full of deserving graduates, most of whom are just about to take their first steps on their career path. I hope that you will recognise Ash as an inspirational role model. Like you, he was a graduate of this institution back in 1983, just about to take his first career steps. He has shown, and doubtless will continue to do for many years to come, how, with the right attitudes and values, commitment, and a large measure of talent, you can make a difference and significantly contribute to the well-being of society. Ash, we're enormously proud of you as one of our graduates who has upheld the values of the university in a distinguished and influential career, and you are fully deserving of the award of your honorary degree. Chancellor, I present to you Ash Oksoni for the award of degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
By the authority of the university, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa. Many congratulations.
Wow. Thank you. To the very important people sat here, but who are responsible for making the very, very important people that are sat there. Because you are the future. you are what we are looking to take on the responsibilities for all of, whichever area you're practicing, whatever you do, whatever you decide is your future, is for you to achieve. I am very privileged that I graduated from this place a very long time ago, as you've managed to work out. That makes me quite old. And it is extraordinary that when I left here, I had no idea or thought in my head to do anything along the lines of that, what I have achieved. When I left here, it was with the view that I would one day have my own pharmacy. I would try and provide the best possible care I could to the people I served. And I took the values of my parents, who are at the back here, my mother and father, to help me to demonstrate what I could do and what we could all do. The consequence was I did what I've achieved. I've been where I've done, been where I've been, I've done what I've done. But in a way, what sits behind that is the recognition that whatever you want to do is in your power. Whatever you want to achieve is for you to achieve. However great you want to be, you will be. The limit is already demonstrated through your graduation, through your degree, is your mind. The limit is what you want to achieve. Your future is enormously bright. Your future is something that I look forward to seeing more of. And maybe one day, one of you will be here to receive this. Because it is quite an extraordinary thing to happen. As I say, after 33 years of practice, it's a very long time. And today actually happens to be my last day as president. At midnight tonight, I cease. It's the end of my office. So in a way, again, it's very fitting that it happens today to be that I'm here. I must also very quickly pay tribute to another former member of the pharmacy school here. For some of you who may have been involved in pharmacy or know about pharmacy, you may have heard the name Kirit Patel. Kirit Patel owned and created the Day-Lewis Group of pharmacies, which is 270 strong. He graduated from here and with nothing built that empire. He is an icon of our profession. And sadly, he passed away at the weekend. His son, his children, will continue to develop that in the way that he created. Because what he did was he recognized that his future was in his children. He recognized that the future was the next generation. So he'd already put them in a place where they were ready to take on the mantle of power. And his son is also a graduate of the School of Pharmacy here. So it's shown that they are a family that lives and breathes Portsmouth, as we do. I am very proud to be here today. I am very proud to receive this award. But even more, I am very proud of you, the graduates of today. Thank you.
Now, of course, the main purpose of today and the bit that we're all looking forward to is to see our students walk across the stage and receive their degrees. But before we do that, there are some formal words that myself and the Chancellor have to say officially to confirm that everyone who is graduating has a right to do so. Chancellor, I certify that all those presented at this ceremony have successfully completed their studies and have satisfied all the conditions and requirements of the university.
By the authority of the university, I confirm that all those who are duly qualified are hereby admitted to the awards for which they are presented.
Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates from the Department of Sport and Exercise Science. For Bachelor of Science in Exercise and Fitness Management, Josh Aylward. Lauren Druitt. Digby Holland. Paul Kenny. With first class, Amber Luciani. Daniel Trainer. For Bachelor of Science in Sport and Exercise Science, with first class, Ella May Amos. Denny Aris. With first class honours, Jenny Atwell. With first class honours, Philippa Barnes. Erin Beale. Christopher Bennett. Stephen Biggs. With first class honours, George Bingham. Matthew Blandford. Alexander Bodner. Daniel Cable. With first class honours, Marcus Campopiano. Thomas Carter. Chloe Chow. Lewis Coates. With first class honours and the Will Houghton Memorial Award for outstanding contribution to the department, Liam Colley. George Cook. Anne Crosby. With first class honours, Megan Davis. With first class honours, Luke Doddridge. Eloise Edwards. With first class honours, Ryan Fagan. Lawrence Fallon. With first class honours, Adrian Faultley. Sophie Fong. Bex Goodchild. Max Goodman. Jacqueline Henderson. Joshua Hewitt. Callum Holmes. Louise Hooker. George Hudson. With first class honours, Simon Jessett. Lee Jones. Jessie Judd. Larissa Kelly. With first class honours, Aaron Kildea. Bryony Kinchin. With the award for the most improved student, Thomas Kisby. Katie Lane. With first class honours, Jasmine Laslett. Jack Latoy. Rosie Lethbridge. Marlon Markschafel. With first class honours, Billy Mager. Leanne McCrory. Drew McHenry. Kyle Meredith. Roshni Mistry. Matthew Mose. Eloise Moller. Gary Monger. Luke Muchmore. Alexander Mulia. Laura Nathan. Sean O'Byrne. Harry O'Brien. Elizabeth O'Callaghan. Harry O'Connor. Declan O'Reilly. Kofi Arce. Saga Patel. Nicholas Pearce. Sam Percival. With first class honours and the best BSc project grade for sport and exercise science, Jamie Prout. Abigail Ralph. Liam Reed. Daniel Reeves. With first class honours, Mike Richardson. Jamie Rolfe. Frederica Rolle. With first class honours, Misha Russell. Rebecca Saker. With first class honours and the outstanding academic achievements for the highest BSc overall grade, Alex Sherratt. Anna Simpson. Matthew Stemp. Deanna Taylor. Jake Turner. Samuel Tyso. Connor Walsh. Harrison Walsh. Jasmine Ward. With first class honours, Sam Webb. Harry Welton. With first class honours, Zoe Wilson Shalon. Stephen Wong. With first class honours, Josh Wolford. Liam Raxton. Jennifer Wright. For Bachelor of Science in Sports Development, Chloe Beard. With first class honours and the Contribution to Community Sport Award, Emma Boucher. With first class honours, Christopher Brown. Nathan Crabtree. With first class honours and the best BSc project grade for sports development, Matthew Cutter. With first class honours, Via Dave. Samuel Davey. Billy Dickinson. Alexander Doran. Billy Dunstall. Nicholas Foster. Jonathan Francois. With first class honours, Adam Hitch. Sam Hutton. Stanley Marlowe. Daniel McCormack. Douglas Moffat. And with first class honours, Aaron Muller. Ben Perryman. With first class honours, Alexandra Pitts. Todd Smith. Bradley Taylor. Melios Tratau. For Bachelor of Science in Sports Management with Business Communication, Orestis Polysopoulos. Alfred Rwanda. For Bachelor of Science in Sports Science and Management, Natasha Bushaway. Matthew Keogh. Harry Kirby. Katarzyna Lwowska. Bethany Moore. Alex Sivier. Samuel Swift. Stuart Williamson. For Master of Research in Science, Colin Iggulden. With distinction, Christopher Pocock. For Master of Science in Clinical Exercise Science, with distinction, Amanda Ebbert. With distinction, Annabelle Emery. Emma George. Colin Shaw. Adam York. For Master of Science in Sport and Exercise Psychology, with distinction and the Frank Golden Award for the Best MSc Project Grade, Laura Ackley. Luke Greenslade. With distinction, David Price. For Master of Science in Sports Management, Robert Blaine. With distinction, Davy Blofield. Varun Dasta. Lauren Honeysett. Georgios Karampis. Dean McQueen. Joseph Shepherd. Lewis Sherman. Jonathan Silivant. Nathan Headley. For Master of Science in Sports Performance, Samuel Green. Pirapat Sirirung. With distinction, James Sykes. For Master of Philosophy, for a programme of research in development of a low-cost solar simulator for human thermophysiological research, which was supervised by Professor Mike Tipton, Geoffrey Long. The Doctor of Philosophy, for a programme of research in thermoregulation in the encapsulated environment, reducing thermoregulatory strain experienced by warfighters when wearing fully encapsulating protective clothing with additional investigations of thermoregulatory control, which was supervised by Dr. Jim House, Christy Garson. For a programme of research in the effect of ethnicity on the vascular responses to cooling in men, which was supervised by Dr. Claire Eglin, Matthew Malley. For for a programme of research in the impact of professionalisation on elite level rugby union players, players' perspective, which was supervised by Professor Barry Smart, Michael Rayner. For a programme of research in breast skin strain during gravitational and dynamic loading, which was supervised by Professor Joanna Skerr, Amy Sanchez. For a programme of research in On the Edge of Thermoregulation, a matter of physiology and physics, which was supervised by Dr. Joe Corbett, Ella Walker. This concludes the presentation of students from the Department of Sport and Exercise Science.
Chancellor, I present to you the following successful candidates from the School of Pharmacy and Biomedical Sciences. For award of Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Science, Tizzy Banda. Afnan Rahman. Amy Branch Hollis. With first class honours, Sarah Budge. With first class honours, Magdalena Castellana Vidal. Charmaine Chiruma. With first class honours, Miriani Constantinou. Matthew Crouch. With first class honours, Charlotte Davis. Telvin Gyamfi. Joseph John. With first class honours, Amy Jones. Mihiru Banu Kazri. Hamid Ali Khan.
Thank you.
Xing Feng Sunny Lee. Nanpon Miri. Salamawit Mogos. Nothuba Ngwenya. Shanta Octave. Olajumoke Odetayo. With first class honours, James Orr. Precious Oyasiku. Charlie Palmer. With first class honours, Shyam Patel. Hannah Prentice. Ying Chang Kui. With first class honours, Joseph Statham. Shanya Supramaniam. with first-class honours and award of the Oxford University Press Achievement Prize in Biomedical Science, presented by Jane Needham, Matthew Williams. Bethan Yo. Toba Javid. For the award of Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Science, Lorraine Bebe. With first-class honours and award of the IBMS President's Prize, presented by Jane Needham, Jennifer Mills. Anastasia Munton. Carrie-Anne Partridge. For Bachelor of Science in Pharmacology, Joanne Alvarez. Robert Burberry. Emily Cannell. With first-class honours, Jasmine Cheung. Corey Christian. With first-class honours, Lucy E. With first-class honours, Francesca Golding. Melissa Griffith. Dylan Gull. Kanchan Gurung. Merlin Halliday. Richard Jones. Bupe Matafwali. With first-class honours, Tiffany Morecambe. With first-class honours and award of the Professor Mike Parsons Memorial Prize for Pharmacology, Alexander Mortimer. Ebenezer Masakwa. Gifty Oduro Anyan. Zara Panjwani. With first-class honours, Pooja Parekh. With award of the British Pharmacological Society Student Contribution to Pharmacology Prize, Katrina Roberts. Sophia Sambo. Juma Sudi. Emma Teakle. Megan Ward. Katharina Williams. Lloyd Williams. Rumin Yan. And Stephen Young. And Ademola Idowu. For Master of Pharmacy in Pharmacy with first class honours, Adebola Borso. Ahmed Ali. With first class honours, Kemi Alu. Jay Amin. Azadi Azabani. With first class honours, Adefunke Bangaboy. With first class honours, Farhana Begum. With first class honours and award of the Altafaya Prize, Kush Bhagava. With first class honours and award of the National Pharmacy Association Prize for Pharmacology, Holly Brew. With first class honours, Elena Burton. Hannah Cader. Russell Canterbury. With first class honours and award of the Vicky Harmer Prize, Sarah Chung. With first class honours, Beverly Chung. With first class honours and award of the Sheila Campbell Memorial Prize, Clara Danielson. Joylene DeWhite. With first class honours, Abby Dempster. With first class honours, Megan Egnon. With first class honours, Nazra Farah. With first class honours, Ryan Fabrach. With first class honours, Fenil Mukesh Kumar Gandhi. With first class honours, Sumit Gangar. Jayashila Garung. With first class honours, Amrita Kasani. Mina Hafid. Lydia Hayes. Emily Hooper. Kiera Joseph. With first class honours, Jessica Ledbetter. Asta Limbu. Sarah Limbu. With first class honours, Stephanie Lershay. With first class honours, Zara Markontakis. With first class honours, Owen McClelland. With first class honours, John McLaughlin. With first class honours, Bijal Mystery. With first class honours, Andrew Mole. With first class honours and award of the Royal Pharmaceutical Society Undergraduate Award, Zara Nuruddin. With first class honours, Sibongile Nioni. With first class honours, Lorraine O'Neill. Mohammed Osman. Binal Patel. Dipesh Patel. Monil Patel. Nilan Patel. With first class honours, Apriya Patel. With first class honours, Alexander Plaister. Ali Abbas Premji. Vicky Pratapsalti. Gautam Ramda. With first class honours, Angela Sakieri. With first class honours, Jennifer Shakir. With first class honours, Claire Shaw. With first class honours and awarded the Johnson & Johnson Prize for responding to symptoms, Kirsten Smith. Karam Singh Son. With first class honours, Richard Stapley. With first class honours, Chloe Stewart. Srijan Stapit. With first class honours, Abdullah Suleiman. With first class honours and awarded the Day-Lewis Prize for Excellence, Danielle Sullivan. Samuel Teklaheimanov. Dhruvi Upadhyaya. Shamila Veeraraghu. With first class honours, Benjamin Winers. Ghislaine Nana Azia Edwin. With first class honours. With first class honours, Prisco Milan Fernandez. With first-class honours, Jadira Ungba Okolo. For the award of a postgraduate diploma in pharmacovigilance with distinction and the Wiley Education Prize for the best student, Elizabeth Clark. With distinction, Asad Khan. For Master of Research in Science, Danielle Arthur. With distinction, Lewis Cockram. With distinction, Jenny Gullick. With distinction, Oliver Mannering. For Master of Science in Biomedicine, Naveen Uddin. And with distinction, Christopher Way. For Master of Science in Pharmacovigilance, with distinction, Edward Suggett. With distinction, Luis Gerardo Adilio Velez Nandayapa. For a professional doctorate in biomedical science, for an approved topic of professional research and development in the identification of immune-reactive proteins recognized in response to Coxiella brunettii infection, which was supervised by Dr. Graham Mills, Kevin Bewley. For an approved topic of professional research and development in extended spectrum beta-lactamases and Neisseria gonorrhea, preempting a mechanism that could abolish cephalosporins for treatment of gonorrhea, which was supervised by Dr. Darren Myrna, Michelle Cole. For an approved topic of professional research and development in the impact of blended learning technologies on student performance learning in biomedical science higher education, which was supervised by Dr. Rosalind Gibbs, Sheila Hugh. For an approved topic of professional research and development in implementation of an electronic quality management system document management module to support reconfiguration of a district general hospital pathology department quality management system, which was supervised by Sally Kilburn, Oluwatoyin Olamiji. For Doctor of Medicine, for a program of research in advanced endoscopic imaging of the gastrointestinal tract, improving the view of neoplasia, which was supervised by Dr. James Brown, Peter Basford. For Doctor of Philosophy, for a program of research in butyl-glycerol-modified polysaccharide nanoparticles for drug delivery to the brain, which was supervised by Dr. Eugene Barbu, Mohammed Fauzi bin Bostanuddin. For a program of research in molecular epidemiological study of extended spectrum beta-lactamase producing bacteria from teaching in district general hospitals within Hampshire, which was supervised by Dr. Vitaly Zinkovich, Sarah Fuchs. For a program of research in electrohydrodynamic atomization produced nanoparticles for the targeted delivery of cancer chemotherapeutics, which was supervised by Dr. Eugene Barbu, Ashley Smith. For a program of research in LDHA as a potential therapeutic target for medulloblastoma, which was supervised by Professor Geoffrey Pilkington, Cara Valvona. This concludes the presentation of students from the School of Pharmacy and Biomedical Sciences.
Chancellor, I present you the following successful candidates from the University of Portsmouth Dental Academy. Certificate of Higher Education in Dental Nursing, Geetanjali Bara. With distinction, Emma Barnett. With distinction and the Henry Schein Dental Award and presenting the BDA Dental Nursing Student of the Year Award, Arthur McGrorty, Rosina Barwick. Amy Bream. Jarla Davidson. Laura Heavey. With distinction, Amy Johnson. Barbara Kolarova. With distinction, Cecilia Malabenanan. Ricky Price. Legita Ramasgate. Bachelor of Science in Dental Hygiene and Dental Therapy, First Class, Kriti Bajareya. With First Class and the TP Oral Hygiene Communication Award presented by Tracy Hicks, Aneta Beranova. Anna Louise Carvoso White. Cherish Collins. With First Class and the Dame Margaret Seward Prize, Dental Hygiene and Dental Therapy Student of the Year, the British Society of Dental Hygiene Therapy Prize, Laura Cox. Ryan Critchley. The British Association of Dental Therapy Prize presented by Julie Ellis, Camelia Jeremias. The Henry Schein Dental Award, Dental Hygiene and Dental Therapy, Cheryl Hay. Vicky Harris. Molly Hodgetts. Sarah Hudson. With first class, Samira Jamal. Phoebe Keach. With first class, Charlotte Lewis. With first class, Yiva Lakshait. With first class, Clara Machakova. Nidhi Malik. With first class, Jihana Mohammed. Katerina Oku. With first class and the British Dental Association Prize, the David Baird Prize presented by Arthur McGrorty, Jade Pickett. With first class, Orla Quinn. Paul Vassallo. Intan White. With first class, Olivia Young. Bachelor of Science in Oral Health Studies, Kasturi Sadhivaranathan. Anjali Tyrrell. Kaylee Wells. This concludes the presentation of students from the University of Portsmouth Dental Academy and today's ceremony.
My congratulations to all of our students, and of course today is about our students, so I think it's appropriate that we now hear from one of them. Chancellor, I present to you Misha Russell, BSc Hons, Sports and Exercise Science, to respond on behalf of the graduates.
Chancellor. Honoured guests, ladies, gentlemen, and fellow graduates. Firstly, I would like to start by congratulating each and every single graduate before me this morning. Well done. I am delighted to have been given the honour of representing the student body today to stand here and express our gratitude and our love for our university. I would like to thank all of our friends and family who are here with us today, joining us in celebration of how far we have come and what we have achieved. Thank you also to all of those who unfortunately cannot join us on this occasion. Thank you to the University of Portsmouth for providing us with a knowledgeable staff as well as the incredible facilities which have helped us not only realise but also reach our full potential. Often, the unsung heroes during our time at university are the backstage staff. Thank you to our laboratory technicians, to our dental nurses, to our librarians, to our course administrators, and to the academic skills unit. Without these, and many others working tirelessly behind the scenes, many of us would not have come as far as we have. In addition, the time, dedication, and the passion that the teaching staff have for our subjects does not go unnoticed. Their knowledge of their subject areas, their approachability, but most of all, their enthusiasm is invaluable and has inspired each and every one of us. And for that, we thank you. The tireless work that all of the staff at the Student Union put in, allowing us the privilege of representing our university from playing sport to fundraising thousands for charity, is commendable. Most of the union staff are students themselves and devote their time to not only their degree, but to the educational interests and welfare of its students. The student union has really helped us flourish and has played a massive part into developing us to the people we are today. I myself owe a lot to the University of Portsmouth's Women's Football Club. Wednesdays will no longer be the same without driving to away games, playing football, and inevitably celebrating in the evenings. My university experience would definitely not have been the same without UPWFC. It has been an incredible journey, and I'm sure I speak on behalf of many when I say that it's been a whirlwind of emotions. We did not come here just to learn. We could have done that anywhere. We came to Portsmouth for a particular kind of education. We came here knowing that the University of Portsmouth would push us to our limits intellectually, knowing that we would be surrounded by bright and eager minds, knowing that Portsmouth, with all of its history and people, would be our home for at least a few years. We came here to grow, and that we did. We arrived on day one, steady, fresh-faced and ready to start this new adventure, making friends along the way. With these new friends, we crammed for our first year exams, not realising that the stress of university hadn't really started at all. Second year flew by, and before we knew it, we were spending those endless nights in the library, writing our dissertations and projects. Oh, how we wished we were enjoying the sun on Southsea Common, cooking up a feast on our disposable barbecues. But we did it, each and every single one of us. We all made it through. Little did we know when we began this journey that this day would actually come around so quickly. Look around you. Look how friendships have blossomed and lifelong memories have been made. Portsmouth, the waterfront city, will always hold a special place in our hearts. Many of us started this journey not knowing why we were here, what we were doing, or where we would be heading, though many of us did. We applied ourselves, we worked hard, we grew in confidence, and though we didn't always believe we could do it, we never gave up. So before you've even reached your ultimate professional destination, remember, if you always strive for excellence along the way, you can and should have a substantial impact upon the world in which we live in. Today, the class of 2016 comes together for one last time, and though it may be the end of this chapter in our lives, it's the beginning of many, many more. I have learnt to never be afraid to ask tough questions, and so I pose a question to you all. What will you become? What will you do with these newfound skills and experiences? Be courageous, be adventurous, and give us a tomorrow more than we deserve. We are the sports scientists, we are the pharmacists, we are the dentists, we are the graduating class of 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the future. Thank you.
Wasn't that great? Well, look at you. You did it. Congratulations. How fantastic. And I expect what you want most at this moment is a really long speech from a small woman dressed as an extra from a Harry Potter film. Well, I'll try and cut to the chase so you can get out and celebrate. There's a potted version of a few things I would pass on to you. First of all, let me address the mature students who graduated today. I doubt I have anything valuable to pass on to you. You have already made the brilliant decision to continue your education, and I salute you. Let's hear it for the mature students. You brilliant young people. Well, first of all, you are brilliant young people, and don't let anyone in the older generation tell you otherwise. I have every faith in you and can only apologize from the bottom of my heart for the many messes my generation has been responsible for. There are a few things, nevertheless, that I would suggest to you. First of all, be in the moment. Well, what does that mean? Instead of texting and tweeting people who are not with you that you are having a wonderful time, try having a wonderful time with the people you're actually with. Sometimes that may even be your parents, and now that you are officially grown up, you will be shocked to discover that there may be more to them than you thought. If eventually you have kids of your own, can I just pass on my own really simple rule of thumb? Never have more children than you have car windows. Lesson learnt. Parents, a quick note to you. There may be also more to your kids than you thought, and you will soon discover this, as even children with degrees are unlikely to leave home, so good luck with that. Take the time to consider others. If you don't, then one day they may well fail to consider you. If you have religion in your life, good for you. I hope it brings you comfort, but use it for good and not to set yourself apart or above anyone else. At the core of all religion, is a single word, and that word is love. Have passion and compassion in equal measure. Don't dwell on your failures, learn from them. If you are running a race and you fall over a stick, standing and staring at the stick is not going to help you to finish the race. Well, what about work? I honestly believe the world is your oyster. If Boris Johnson can become Foreign Secretary... Well, frankly, there's no limit for anyone. However, if you ever have a job which bores you rigid, leave. Life is too short. Never settle for anything less in a partner than someone who enhances your life, who helps you become the finest person you can be. Be on your own rather than put up with either unhappiness or unkindness. Anymore, well, beauty. You all look so beautiful today, and that's because you're young. The bad news, it's not going to last, okay? Boys, your hair's going to go. Girls, you don't want to know what's going to go. But here's the good news. Your inner beauty knows no bounds. Always remember that your brain and your store of knowledge, even with a degree, is simply in its infancy. Think of the books there are to read, the music there is to listen to, the art there is to get lost in. Seek it out. Never stop learning. I envy you the journey ahead. And fight for what you believe in. So it probably seems a bit odd, but nothing pleases me more occasionally than seeing people in a rage. Life is nothing without passion, and if you are passionate about things, then sometimes you need to get angry. A few years ago, there were protests in London about the appalling increase in university fees, which your generation has suffered, and my son was 16 at the time, and he phoned me up to ask if he could participate, and I said, darling, here's the thing you need to learn about protesting. You don't ask your mother, you just get on with it. So, I'm not inciting you to protest about anything today. That would make me the worst chancellor on the planet. Besides, it's much too wonderful an occasion, but I am encouraging you, particularly in the current climate, to participate in what happens in the world. And at the same time, please allow for the possibility that you might sometimes be mistaken. Consider the early 20th century Russian physician Alexander Bogdanov, who experimented with blood transfusions in search for eternal youth. After 11 transfusions, which he performed on himself, he declared that he had suspended his balding and improved his eyesight. In fact, he'd infected himself with malaria and tuberculosis and died shortly afterwards. So be aware that being certain you are right may blinker you to the big picture. It is politicians with entrenched views and closed minds who have landed us where we are today. Listen as much as you lecture. I'm running out of time, which is honestly a common feeling at my age. So I leave you with this, which I think applies to everybody in the room. You know, sometimes in all our lives, rough things happen, but you can get through them. I think about Beethoven, his Ode to Joy, probably my favorite piece of music. It comes, of course, from the Ninth Symphony. It is a work of genius. By the time the symphony was ready to be performed, Beethoven had gone deaf. Imagine such a thing. What an irony in life. He was the one person who never heard it. Nevertheless, on the night of the premiere, he was seen running through the streets of Vienna shouting, "Grab life by the throat. Do that, for that is the best advice of all. Go change the world, it wants doing, and I know you can do it." Many congratulations. I formally declare this congregation of the university closed. Please be upstanding.